Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. How is everybody in this afternoon? I'm Rowdy ReidGirl, and look what I got. Criminal Minds Season 14 with the landmark milestone 300th episode. I picked it up at the warehouse. It was on special for $35 because usually it's about $60 to $70 New Zealand for, per season. But this one was awesome, and I thought, oh, this is a perfect opportunity to revisit it and evaluate it because, again, it was a lead up to the amazing season 15. It was a beautiful segue. Well, it was the 300th episode. Season 14, episode 1 was number 300. And there are lots of references to 300 throughout that episode. Now, as you know, at the end of season 13, Penelope Garcia, who I love to cosplay as, and of course the ill-fated Spencer Reid are kidnapped by Benjamin Merva, who is the leader of a cult called the Believers. Now, the Believers are actually an offshoot of a cult where Emily Prentice and Spencer Reid went undercover to investigate them in season 4. Season 4, episode 3, it was called Minimal Loss, and the cult leader was Cyrus, who was played by the late, talented Luke Perry. That was pretty unforgettable. So you actually do see flashbacks of a much younger Emily and a much younger Reid from about 10 years prior, and I must say he looks so cute with that hair like that. I mean, yes, I know I do talk a lot about particularly Reid-centric episodes because I am Rowdy ReidGirl. I am a Spencer Reid uber fan, Reid rat, whatever you want to call me. So yes, I am the ultimate Reid fan. Now, there are lots of references I mentioned before to the number 300. Now, all of Benjamin Merva's victims had actually had their hyoid bone removed post-mortem, and there was about 299, and they were looking for the 300th, which was the magic number. Now, because of Reid's involvement with the cult led by Cyrus, Merva decided that was what made him select Reid as the 300th and final victim as part of a ritual, the cult. So that was pretty big. There are lots of references to 300, and of course there are a couple of there was actually a Bible quote from the Gospel of Matthew, and I thought, okay, that's weird. Okay, Matthew. Did Matthew direct it? No, he didn't. He went on to direct another episode which I shall touch on. But the amazing scene when Reid was actually rescued, he was actually just about to be sacrificed by this cult, and of course they got to him in the nick of time. Otherwise, I think Reid fans across the world would be shattered completely. But he was almost the 300th victim, and 300 the magic number. And you actually saw Reid in the final scene when they were flying back on the private jet, the wheels up private jet. He didn't look hunted. He didn't look haunted anymore. The look in his eyes and the look on his face, and he was kind of smiling a little bit, like he realised that he could get through it. He was strong, he emerged stronger, dauntless, and all the hell that he'd been through in season 12 and now this and all previous seasons had galvanised his character, his morals, his spirit. And he realised that, the fellow BAU members were always there for him, and he felt secure in who he is. He felt secure, safe, and stronger. He was dauntless. So that was actually oh my God, it was sort of, I was watching it and I went through a whole range of emotions. Like, oh God, they're not going to get to him in time. Oh God. Particularly when they saw the bottom half of a body near there after Penelope had actually managed to escape, and they thought it was Reid. I thought, no. And it wasn't. It was another bloke. But at that last few seconds when I could tell that Reid was strong, confident. You know, he knew how strong he was. It was sort of, what's happening to my face? I just smile. What's happening to my face? I just cannot stop smiling. It was pretty amazing, honestly. Again, I know I have given hat tips to Matthew's acting with almost every Criminal Minds stream or video, but honestly, that shows again his versatility, how he can convey a range of emotions and headspaces. He can convey being traumatized, he can convey guilt, fear, confidence, so convincingly. So that was pretty incredible. 300th episode, woo! The one that, the episode in season 14 that Matthew Gray Gubler did direct, it was called The Tall Man. It was based on the legend, the real life legend of the Slender Man, or Slenderman. I know I'd heard lots about the Slendermans. I thought, hang on, that's kind of what the Slenderman looks like when you actually saw the unsub, the tall man. And it also dealt with JJ's history, what had actually happened to his sister years ago, and then towards the end, they realised that they were actually dealing with the same unsub, back to his old tricks again, manipulating and killing young women that he had groomed. So that was JJ's past being tied up. It was like, okay, closure now. Now we know what happened. Now we've got the bugger. You know, she can heal now. She can move on. That was directed by Matthew, and wow, if the content was anything to go by, his directing skills are phenomenal. I know, I seem to think the sun shines out of his butt, but honestly, as an actor and a director, he is absolutely talented beyond belief. It's absolutely phenomenal. Wow. I highly recommend that you revisit this. I'm not sure if you can actually see this because I'm looking into my camera. It's mirror vision. It's sort of, everything's backwards, so I'm looking at the camera, but I'm not sure. Hopefully you can see it properly when you can see me in that, but I highly recommend it. I got a brilliant score the other day. Yay! $35 at the warehouse. Oh, yes, that was a godsend, I'll tell you something. Now, the final episode of season 14. That was the cliffhanger that I know I've been banging on about in previous streams and in previous videos. It's where Reid and JJ were being held at gunpoint, and the assailant said, I want you to tell him something that you've never told anybody. And that was when JJ said that she loved Reid and that she'd always loved him right from the start. And of course, that began the infamous Jade Ship, which I've decried it. I have, no! I have definitely given my uncensored, unwavering opinion in a previous video about the Jade Ship, because as you know, I am the third flavour. I breed rat, so yeah, I'm one of those. But that all took place before Agent David Rossi's wedding. And that was where Rossi and his ex-wife, Crystal, finally tied the knot again. And of course you see Reid asking JJ after the wedding at the reception, you know what you said, did you mean it? And she kind of backpedaled and she backtracked. And of course, until season 15, when the situation was resolved, online it was a circus. It was Jade Shippers, oh, JJ and Reid, they're in game, and I was just like, stop it, stop it, stop it. God. But that is the infamous episode which caused all the Jade furore that happened prior to season 15. So season 14 is full of ups and downs, big surprises, and one thing it definitely does illustrate, which is also a common recurring theme throughout Criminal Minds, is you may think you're done with your past, but maybe your past isn't quite done with you yet. For example, Reid being targeted by Benjamin Merver because of his him going undercover with Cyrus's cult, along with Emily Prentice. And of course, also you see the Reaper, Aaron Hotchner's main adversary, as well as Mr. Scratch. And of course, Kat Adams from the season 11 episode Entropy. She comes back in season 12 and then again in season 15 when she's about to be executed. You may think you're done with your past, but maybe your past ain't done with you. Yeah, so there's quite a sobering fact, and that is reiterated throughout the entire series, where you see these unsubs recurring or confronting the agent that has apprehended them or brought them down. This is an unforgettable season, and as soon as I've purchased season 13, I think I shall be evaluating that too. And when I'm ready, I might revisit season 12 again, even though I have spoken about it before. And I don't actually think there's anything that I can add to my season 12 analysis, but season 14, 300th episode, milestone. And of course, yeah, first episode, very, very Reid-centric. Well, I hope you have enjoyed my little talk on season 14. And I will be right back at you with some more catch chat very soon. So you stay tuned. I'm Rowdy ReidGirl, the rowdiest Reid fan. I shoot straight. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I understand that in the United States it's the middle of summer and it's beautiful, and we've just had 4th of July weekend. It has been abysmal here. We're right in the middle of winter here in New Zealand, but it is a beautiful, bright, sunny day, albeit freezing, but at least the rain and the sleet have given us a bit of a respite. Well, you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I shall see you, being a Rowdy ReidGirl, soon. Bye.